I find something incredibly peaceful about the woods at night. Not another two-legged soul for miles. All right, let's see if it'll power this thing. Hair and makeup, here, right now. That's Bob, which stands for the Old Southern Pine Bug Out Box. She doesn't always know that she's not doing well, so. Yes, people, we are back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is and whatever part of the world that you're watching this in. Welcome back to the Old Southern Pine. We're on another camping adventure out with the Scamp. We sure are glad that you guys are here with us. There's going to be some good food, some good times, some relaxing. You know what time it is. Cue that driving montage. On our own tonight through the pines. Hard and warm. Life's a journey. It is extremely hot and humid here in Minnesota, and I'm from Georgia, so either I've gotten soft or it is a really weird summer. That being said, you may have noticed we've got air conditioning now on the Scamp, and to power this beast, we've got a brand new setup here. So I'm gonna leave the truck running with the AC so that Fiona can stay nice and cool in there. She does not do well in heat. Anything above 75 degrees Fahrenheit, you can notice that it's really taking a toll on her. She's half West Highland Terrier, so she's built for colder, cooler weather, not for this thick, hot, muggy stuff. The mosquitoes are also crazy thick. I don't even know if they're showing up on camera, but they are bad. And the good thing is this generator only weighs about 55 pounds. Turn the fuel line on. Choke set off. Turn the power button on. And pull. Choked on. First two pulls, ain't bad. All right, let's see if it'll power this thing. Nice. Let's get this thing cranked up. All right, and while we let that cool down, Fiona and I are going to go for a walk. It is hot. I don't even know if you guys can hear me over this thing. It is definitely loud. 72 decibel thing, when I looked it up to see what it was equivalent to, it was about as loud as a hairdryer on high. That hairdryer must have a jet engine. It is just too hot and buggy out there. I am worried about her running around and with the thick underbrush, but she's a Westie, so that hyperfixation, yeah, she doesn't always know that she's not doing well. So, well, I know a lot of you guys just love to see her play and dig and all of that, and I know she wants to go out there, but realistically, she's got to be in here in the AC for a little while. We did go for a little bit of a walk, and just in that short period of time, I could already tell that she was starting to lag from the heat a little bit, but just the pure excitement just kept her going. So yeah, we're going to settle in here, and we'll catch up with you guys here in a little bit. You guys, I just checked YouTube analytics and we crossed 75,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support over the last 3.5 years. I'm genuinely speechless. From the bottom of our hearts, mine, Fiona's, Lovely Bride's, thank you guys so much. We're 75,000 subscribers. I never thought that was going to happen. Thank you guys. One downside to the air conditioning unit, other than the noise, I did have to sacrifice some headroom. So without my shoes on, I was just able to clear the roof here before we put the air conditioning in. Now, I dropped it down about 3 inches, which is about 2.5 inches too much. So, yeah. We did sacrifice some headroom, but worth it to be able to have Fiona out here with me throughout the summer. I'm from Georgia. I'm used to heat and humidity. She is not. There's a call for rain tonight. We've got a gazebo here from Joy Titus. We're going to set that up behind the Scamp just in case it starts to rain. That's actually really nice. It's the same pop-up style construction as like an Eskimo fish house is. If you're familiar with that. It sets up really easy. Actually, I think I made it look more difficult than it was. Alright, so that should give it, beard's all messed up. Hair and makeup, here, right now. That should give the fresh air intake plenty of air, allow it to exhaust off. But we've got the rain fly up here on top, just in case it rains tonight, because it is supposed to. At least we forget the cardinal rule of the Scamp. Unless you are Jesus or George Street, take your shoes off at the door. And tonight on the menu, we're having honey goat cheese with pita chips and dill pickle chips. Look, don't come at me. It is just too hot outside, and I do not feel like cooking. There it is. You're such a good baby. Do you know that? It's kind of nice and cool inside here. Scamp is staying 72 degrees Fahrenheit. She is exhausted. The heat just takes it right out of her. That Efurden generator has been awesome. Yes, it is loud. To be fair, I don't know a lot about generators. They say that for what it is not very loud, that it's only 72 decibels, which is roughly about the same as heavy traffic in a city. I don't know. Feels a little louder to me than that, but I won't argue over sound. But it is running the air conditioning unit without any fail. It's keeping it nice and cool in here. Come on, sweetie. I know. It's okay. There you go. We had a lot more planned. It was we had an entire battery station pack that says that it should run this air conditioner. It did not. I spent an hour trying to get it to work. I won't say the name because I'm not going to bash them. Two, I've reached out to them to say, hey, look, this product isn't working like you guys said that it would. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. To be fair, electronics are not my strong suit. So we'll see what happens there, because I would very much like to have a power station that can handle this wattage, keep Fiona cool, and not have this level of noise. Granted, I mean, we're off grid. We are literal miles from the nearest inhabited space. So there's no real worry about being a concern to anybody. I mean, if there's somebody else out here, they got bigger problems to deal with than whether or not the generator's too loud. Yeah, the sun's going down real fast. We're gonna be in for the night. We had a big meal planned, but man, it is just not gonna happen tonight. So we've got honey goat cheese, pita chips, and dill pickle chips. Baby, are you okay? Let's tuck into this. Oh, so before I forget again, there was a place that we'd taken the Scamp into before that had done a little bit of work on it and said, look, your Scamp is too old. It was never intended to hold the weight of an air conditioning unit on top of your Scamp. So they actually called Scamp with me right there, and Scamp customer service confirmed, yeah, that Scamp, it wasn't until like 5 years later or something like that we started reinforcing the tops of the Scamps so that they could hold air conditioning. So the company was like, yeah, man, we're not going to risk trying to do that. They know a lot more about fiberglass than anybody else does. Well, if you've watched my videos for a while, my first experience with Scamp, this exact table actually, did not go well. It did not leave me feeling warm and fuzzy about that company. But they were the only ones that could do it, so we took it up to the Scamp headquarters in Bacchus, Minnesota. I had talked to a different person in the customer service there, Tom. Tom's amazing. If I had gotten Tom to begin with, my outlook on Scamp would have been wildly different. He was communicative. He was prompt. He got back to me with every single question that I had. Not what happened with the first individual that I was working with. Prices were up front to begin with. He even told me that, hey, there might be some flux in here. Here's the range of what it could be up to if they need to replace some of the wiring or whatever. Gave me his number to be able to text back and forth with him. He stayed late after his shift was up to make sure that we got taken care of. Tom is amazing. They still have no idea who I am. I'm certain of it. I doubt anybody there will ever even see this. But if you need to do a Scamp, Tom's your dude. Like, ask for Tom. He's the only person that I'm going to be dealing with at Scamp from here on out. I already know that I need to take the Scamp back in. The axle is completely messed up. Backcountry Dirtbag, if you're watching this, thank you so much for your video. If you guys have not checked out the channel, Backcountry Dirtbag, and you guys own a Scamp or are thinking about owning a Scamp, go watch her channel, because gem of knowledge for when it comes to scams. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description. Amazing channel. Mandy, if you're watching, thank you for all of the tips. But yeah, I know that I've got to take the Scamp back up to Scamp, take the Scamp to Scamp to have the axle replaced. We're already scheduled to go back. Again, working exclusively with Tom. Rant over. Yeah, your little head poked up right there, didn't it? What else in this? Goat cheese and honey. That's it. Just goat cheese and honey. You want a little goat cheese? You're just sampling it? You left some on there. Thank you for doing me the favor of cleaning my finger off. Literally two of my favorite things in the entire world. Goat cheese and honey. Yeah, I bet you guys can actually hear that crunch with that microphone right there. We'll catch up with you guys in a bit. All right, so it just got down to what I feel like is a cool enough temperature for us to be able to sleep with some fans on, and that we can turn that generator off and take a break from the noise, even though it has kept the Scamp extremely nice and comfortable in there at a solid 72 degrees Fahrenheit. But we've turned it off, and while we were out, we figured we may as well go ahead and take a night hike, set up a time lapse if we can. Fiona, stay with me. That's a good girl, stay with me. And that's the night lapse set up. Let's get back to the Scamp. I find something incredibly peaceful about the woods at night. Not another two-legged soul for miles. Come on, baby. Let's go. That's a good-looking Scamp. For those of you guys that are new to the channel, that's Bob, which stands for the Old Southern Pine Bug-Out Box. As I think that's going to about do it for us tonight. We've got a TV show saved to the tablet that we're pretty excited about. So I'd say that unless anything else exciting happens, we'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Good night. Good morning, everybody. We had a really good night of sleep. It's nice to be back in this camp. We stayed perfectly cool with just the windows open, and then I've got my Ogery fan running. I'm one of those people that if daylight hits my eyes, I'm up. So on weekend trips like this, if I want to sleep in at all, these Manta sleep masks are perfect. They're 100% blackout. Super, super comfortable. They've got eye cups to them, so it's not actually just like pressing on your eyes, because I don't really like having things pressing on my face and sinuses. You guys will have figured this out before I did. The night lapse just didn't work. We got up right around dawn, walked down there to check it out, and no idea why. Just GoPro decided to just not take a night lapse. So that's a bummer. I know a lot of you guys like seeing those, and I like getting them, so we'll try again next trip. Give me a minute to get woken up here, and we'll get some breakfast started. I am, after not eating really anything for supper last night, I am starving. Fiona's already over there excavating. Well, what do y'all think? Mostly back to presentable. Don't answer that. Well, this looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to dig into it. I really am starving. Y'all, I'm still having trouble wrapping my head around the fact that we're over 75,000 subscribers right now. I praise God and thank each and every one of you. I really do truly appreciate it. I'm also really appreciating this gazebo from Joy Tuttis. The bugs are relentless, so it is nice to be able to have like a spot to get out of here. But it is super, super nice in here. Nice to get away from the bugs. All right, this is calling my name. Eggs are nice and runny. Perfect. Yeah. And in case you didn't know, we got eggs, sunny side up, and turkey sausage. And 1776 Blackout coffee. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. And yes, I'm eating directly from the cast iron because I forgot a plate. All right, y'all, I think that's going to about do it for this episode. If you've hung around this long, I truly want to thank you. I said there was a lot more that we had wanted to do on this trip, but just not the way that it worked out with the heat and the bugs. So please consider liking, subscribing. If you hit the like button from a mobile device within the first 7 days, that hype button should appear. If you would click that too. It's absolutely free to you guys, but it truly helps the channel grow. Comment down below. We love hearing from you guys. We have new videos out every Sunday at noon Central Time. And until we meet again under the old southern pine, stay safe. God bless.